you are new to the vegan baking game, I am going to show you just how easy it is to make fabulous vegan cakes for beginners. Once you master the basics, you can get fancy and start adding extras to your cakes, but for now we are going to make super easy cake recipes in one bowl with all the ingredients that you probably already have. No egg replacers, no weird ingredients. I guarantee you probably have everything already to make at least one of these cakes. Now, I've got everything from my bakery style yellow cake, which is the all-time favorite. And then, of course, everyone needs a chocolate cake recipe. So these recipes are what I call my food processor method, or simply one bowl mixes. It all actually started with my orange cake recipe where I put literal whole oranges into the batter. This was the original lazy cake because I just didn't want to wash a zillion bowls, so I started throwing everything else into the food processor along with the oranges and just crossed my fingers. Well, the result was better than fantastic, and so a new cake method was born. But if you don't have a food processor, that's okay. You can still make these recipes. The only time you'll need a food processor is if your recipe calls for fruit. Otherwise, all of these recipes can be mixed by hand in a large mixing bowl. Now, the strawberry cake recipe is another all-time winner. It's the exact same idea as the orange cake, only with strawberries. Everyone who has made this cake absolutely loves it, and it's so easy. So just like all the other recipes, you've got your standard flour and sugar and baking soda and plant milk and oil and some vinegar for an activator. And that's really the basics of all of these cakes, with just a few subtle differences, like for chocolate you'll need cocoa and for strawberry you need strawberries. Now, of course, the fillings and icings for these cakes are a whole other story, but you can keep it really simple by baking all the batter into a single layer sheet cake. If you just don't want to mess around with building a layer cake, just stick to my super easy buttercream recipe and be done with it. Now, I also recently showed a version of buttercream that is super low in refined sugar because it uses apples for the base instead of sugar, like most buttercream recipes. And I do have notes on all of these recipes. I just got into sugar-free baking within the last year, and I'm loving it. And all of these recipes work with sugar-free substitutes, but you're definitely going to want to go ahead and check out the understanding of sugar-free baking before you dive into that. But let me stick to this topic of super easy one bowl cake mixes. You can see how excited I'm getting about showing you how to make all of these amazing recipes. Now, my vanilla cake recipe is the most talked about recipe in all the vegan foodie groups I'm on in social media. And once you mix up this batter, it bakes perfectly into sheets for easy slice and serve with whatever icing you love the most. And for me, I'm a fudge icing kind of gal. Now, I took that same vanilla cake batter and added sprinkles to it for a perfect funfetti cake. So as you can see, the possibilities are endless once you have a grip on the best base recipes at your fingertips. And speaking of the best base recipes, we all need a fantastic chocolate cake recipe, and this one is it. It is the original wacky cake recipe, just veganized. And again, all you need is flour, cocoa powder, baking soda, salt, sugar, and then all the liquids get poured in. And that's going to be coffee for me, but if you can't stand coffee, you can add water, only I'm going to make you read on my website why you should really be using coffee. So once again, a really easy sheet cake style with any kind of icing, but of course I am chocolate through and through. But I do have so many different options for you to choose from on my website. Now, taking those same two recipes, if you want to get into building a birthday cake style, it has never been easier with just two simple recipes. The vanilla cake with vanilla buttercream, and then the chocolate cake with chocolate buttercream. So yeah, this is a little bit more advanced for those who have the tools to pull off a simple birthday cake style like this one, but for those of us who just want to stick with the simple sheet cake style, here is another example of a spin-off recipe, my vanilla cake turned into caramel cake, simply by caramelizing the sugar that was in the cake recipe and then adding it back into the batter in caramel sauce form. caramel buttercream, and more caramel sauce all over the cake for a triple caramel dream cake. Yeah, I would say that next to chocolate caramel is my second favorite. All right, let's get back to the fruity, and mango cake is the same as the orange and strawberry, only this time it's mango. Duh. So basically what I'm saying here is all of these recipes are really versatile. There is something for everyone. And again, Gretchen'sVeganBakery.com is where you're going to go to find the printable form with notes for success and substitutions. And guess what? Even gluten-free. So just do a search for whatever recipe you're looking for, and chances are I've already done it. I mean, I could go on and on and on, and I guess what I'm saying is that there is a vegan cake recipe for everyone here, and it's all found at Gretchen'sVeganBakery.com. No excuses, because even if you are the most basic baker, I guarantee you probably have all the ingredients already for at least one of these cakes. So click the links below for easy one-bowl vegan recipes, and thanks for watching. And until next time, happy vegan baking. Bye for now.